for the starting, you know. The probability is Arsenal budget the Champions League this season, and I'm a person start to hold. Arsenal da 28.7%, Inter Milan 25.5%, PSG 24%, and Barcelona 21.8%. Na omo year statistics me nya sure say na wo even though na obeka kire na pese me busa say die no mudi gina so a omo de ma ehunu say the Arsenal na daka ne omo aben trophy no ho na Inter Milan ne PSG etoto aso na Barca abeweto na so man timi amfa bibisa ma kire ye dia na chese em say opta for ma hu say logo ne da ho ntie opta for na chese aye. But in my little,
I saw man shut down Real Madrid, sir. Before the mobile boss.
Yeah. But my little problem I have here, and say, yeah, share percentages are, yeah, percentile these things, you know, they catch me idea back up. I'm the last round of games, you know, and I'm the percentages a buy. Last round of games, PSG Aston Villa game, you know, and I'm the Arsenal and right here. Inter Milan hosting Bayern Munich, and of course Barcelona against Borussia Dortmund. So cast a game win now they cast them there. Me, I would agree with the Osho Habia. Barcelona against Borussia Dortmund. It wasn't a game of BOD Basachi or BOD football achievement to me. Ajiatum say Basa ball way there or bought the Aquacoje Champions League, you know, or a certain trouble. I'm an ye. That Dortmund game, no, not and yet. You are looking also at Inter Milan game or back Alliance Arena about 2-1. Now all hosting Bayern, a very attacking side company as I call to Bayern a more traditional super pepe. Now but Jatum say Inter Milan for the progressive. But look at the game at Inter for a ball. You're also talking about Arsenal against all odds. No be Arsenal be film. But yo, this is the reality. Teams now can see any no PSG squad we are me Luis Enrique we adwuma pa na omo journey in reaching this stage of the competition no me the dodo na be my coach no instead of the squad the person me say the sources of this PSG team no dodo na no e come coach no ono na watimi lead this squad we put together. Ama na ye discuss PSG ho asemo in the Champions League. Ye discuss superstars, but ye discuss stars being made by Luis Enrique the manager. E bini wan Bakola mo ebobo ni omudi Desiree Doué. These guys they were not stars before the Champions League. But the Champions League under Luis Enrique has made them stars in their own version. You move out to Barcelona this season, it has been a solid performance. Me yo percentages in there. Me fanya ejuma.
Okay.
I still feel says Barcelona can say on any day or born a typical 4-2-3-1 in all players or Barca will still come very stronger. Yes. Barca will still come very stronger. Tesagin very tell you about very late about the Kasheks, you know, goalkeeping department in Beja Def. Aside Inaki Pena. Central defense, you know, Martinez Beba. You will not bench your best central defender against a team who lose a cowboy film. Martinez will be back to the fold. Aroho besa ko back now be partner Kubasi. Right back Kunde has been there, but Baldi Beba Omano. We are still waiting. That is the only place I may asterisk. That left back position, the only place I'm the asterisk. Other than that, in fifth, a more chunk of quality. In the final third, Inter Milan may right to out. Maka, the back three system has been championed so well by Simone Inzaghi. Back three, the amount for the Babeji Laurel. So Antonio Conte is a modern day manager. Back three, back three for Juventus and then for Chelsea. But Nansenya back three there. Alonso the Biagio Leverkusen.
Yes.
Now so Simone Inzaghi back three there. He used that same system against Man City or Champions League and Man City and Pep Guardiola or Borremo. Back three is this season. And I'm about very fast. Arsenal team no, a team and I'm under no pressure. I'll be talking a lot about that game, Okay. So Shadrack here ready on second now. That game kakra. But apart from request, only two job me free horn no. Champions League we say IFA. Me should buy in game no di asma me kind say Hurricane na on deserve so be call buying team no.
Be o hono ma we say nyina TRCC ne say it is the greatest club competition in the world. I don't think any club competition comes closer to the kind of euphoria Champions League in the Demi. And I had attention and the Real Madrid game. So even after going down by 3-0 in the first leg, fancy Real Madrid actually is almost as the ultimate royalty when it comes to the UEFA Champions League. obi attention wo game so hwe come mo fa so high p game no as he said bi bonemi na ne ho ato no kra na nye kitekiti bi aka odi be hunu hunu ankoda enti wo hwe Real Madrid team ni dia it looked like as if tactically they were literally out of the competition and even the results wise, but the aura and the respect of more in the competition, you know, and now how a more attention City Barca, a Champions League in the year strong. That is why histories attached to the Champions League in the sono. A year strong. There are things you will not understand now, but there are things you will understand tomorrow. Even the see Arsenal and the Real Madrid game, no, you travel. But this becomes the third time we are able Champions League. Yenya 4 teams from different leagues in the last 2 decades.
The last 20 years.
The last 20 years.
Wow.
It is starting from 2004, 2005, the banner. The first one in Yenya was in 2009, 2010. And Numuni Okunya, Lyon, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, FC Barcelona. 2009, 2010. Lyon, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Inter Milan. Inter and Barca and the semi-final. And a Bayern Munich in the Lyon. In the final, Inter Milan win by 2-0. And you been 17-18. The Real Madrid share Liverpool 3-1 with Kiev. In the semi-final had different teams. And Liverpool knew Roma boy. And I think Real Madrid played one of the German teams. It was our semi-final. So this is the third time Yaba Benyebi. And this time around, yes, I will Inter, your Barcelona, your Arsenal, and your Paris Saint-Germain. And they be shared this time around. So it shows you said the new format of the Champions League, you know, 1, ama competition now competitive. 2, ama prepare towards getting to the knockout stages to face big teams due to our league format in it. And I will say so take a lot of energy from you because only proper squad depth. Only more 8 group matches in the Champions League. Play 2 more in the round of 16. Play 2 more in the quarterfinal. That means before I do semi-final, I about 12 games. And I'll say Bo League. And I'll say about the domestic cup competitions. And the new format will say also bringing the best out of these players because maybe I'll be DBA matter, the kind of opponent be able to matter. So I'm in love with the new format of the Champions League. And then Yonko, you be doing an important place. Shadie, figures now up for the buy. To be very honest with you, na me figures wait to say what your story.
Okay.
Me who figures we before our bear story. Na me any no crane. But in the morning I wrote something on my handle. Say Barcelona na the least favorite when it comes to teams 4 na kano. I'm about the semi-final of the Champions League.
Yes, baby I agree. Dear ye ka say obetimi agya favorite no Barca ne twato kra.
Barca ne twato. I wrote it on my Twitter handle early in the morning. No craning nyame me dancing. Na me hu we. To be very honest, even the data account I me follow on Twitter no crano up to account. It will me the phone crab it my new to know glasses to say me follow up to. I don't even follow them. But and you may be so. And said your car story which showed the entire me to me say Real Madrid was not going to qualify. No? A day before the game between Inter Milan and Barcelona, maybe I bet you the entire Barcelona omuri chatwo with teams of the Champions League.
That means Barca and qualify and go final.
Fancy will be here. I'll come and explain the reason why I believe that.
Okay.
Maybe church you at the Kudintia made to me, sir. But I threw on group face no more boy, you know. Barcelona they share the most goals. Inter Milan conceded only 1 goal before the round of 16. Arsenal conceded 3 goals before the round of 16. Barcelona share a lot of goals. You bet PMU in the round of 16. Barcelona conceded 1 goal. 3-1. And almost share Benfica. And a 1-0. So I one no more conceded no more the quarter final. Yeah, almost conceded 3 against Borussia Dortmund. Arsenal bought the round of 16. No share PSV saying 7. The second one number conceded Bobo saying 2-2. In the quarter final, no was Real Madrid home and away. And yes, small feet. The dynamics of the competition and the coaches that are stepping up with the kind of results we are getting. No? Emma competition here dynamic and becomes predictable when it comes to results. But medical catchers is unpredictable when it comes to his history. It's unpredictable when it comes to his results, but it's predictable when it comes to his history. Arsenal appeared into another semi-final after 2007, 2008, 2009. Arsenal bought United. Cristiano Ronaldo was 2009. 2008. Now Cristiano Ronaldo boss long shots, no. So they've played the semi-final in 2006. They've played the semi-final in 2009. But PSG, Inter Milan, Arsenal have a different thing to give us in this particular competition. Meaning, say a man for Besabe can I would tie I will be here. I will be here. Because
most will be say just one bad game. And I walk say Barcelona is the least favorite.
Ejuma we own. Mike Obeka said there was a time in 2021-2022. Metina Studio, the first game of the Champions League, Namkase Barcelona won't qualify from the group stage.
So Casa I said Sebi.
I said and I did the attempt now would own him there and then you na Barcelona qualify.
Echo Europa
no muru a house na catch almost Europa muntiminye. Entran Frankfurt in the show.
Yeah. So I'll give na Laporta Becker say Frankfurt for supporters need to take it as Barca fans.
I never knew about the next few years what will come. Mike, video no, me nim quite fast so pop up. I did not post it. Yet some pa me ka say within the next 3 to 4 years, me ka say 2023. Ateta will be the coach of the Arsenal Belgium Champions League for the first time. Oh, and at Arsenal team way there, and fancy football. No, I know fans are meant to be sentimental. That is why we are analysts. It's new thing. Cars Real Madrid lose 3-0. First leg no more qualify. No, but Real Madrid supporters they don't be new thing. Oh no! Pay us some now. Yeah, Barcelona bias now. You say, but you see. There's a reason why he is called an analyst. I'm not saying analysts are always right. We get it wrong. There are several times we've gotten it wrong. But they go beyond your normal assessment of games. I didn't know maybe kabom no ma coming together to the kind of decision they've made and be convinced about say this is how we want the game to do what? To go. Me as about to create me cast in be na me tell me say na kwa we na adwin here adwuma na ka results we be o ti be kofa we be she go and no say me as I board do ade be to wonom to titare say we be she go we say akwa kan ho bi bi gigi no but he understands what he is doing. He has analyzing the situation far beyond. It is will be a fan. I'll have no problem with the fan saying say, oh time me, who you say, because one, the truth of the matter is you are sentimental because it is your club.
Yeah.
But as analysts, we go beyond. Yeah, the history, yeah, the statistics, yeah, the form, yeah, the quality, yeah, the coaches no mujinan channel, yeah, factor BBR. Then we come to the results and we predict. That is how it is. But my show, the BC on
the
I don't care. I don't care. Real Madrid fans even did worse than this. Real Madrid, you see, someone called me. Says me can't show. Obi friend me catch me say, "I'm in shey you me nkomodi am di Real Madrid ho na dem time omo ana."
The Real Madrid Nedia.
Obi say aka bi fa United. Hwe na woni ba she United wo fia.
To me.
Na nim say dey United for asan wo mu wiase o mu ba e kra say me ka for mo kra no. And say obi kra say you to stadium United ko to stadium mu abo tia lo me ka che ni ba cross so na na better pool ni mu. Me, I don't give a damn about whatever. I don't give a damn about how you feel sentimental about your club. I don't give a damn. But me, one thing I believe in myself in here say, time and patience will always reveal what was right and what was wrong. I'm so happy for two players. Jacob Kivior. On the Dikai. The Tosumi Thomas Tay Party. Jacob Kivior, Eba Arsenal, didn't so be to Gabriel Magalhaes. And Mekasi Sudia say, Gabriel Magalhaes go be a game with be a character 2 leg in the Real Madrid in Yawango Lucranje.
Hey.
Anan Real Madrid sa corners na ye bo na we apem kwapem be tu crash. But I think Kivior brings a different level of calmness and compliment to William Saliba. And my Arsenal is so calm in the 2-legged affair against Kylian Mbappe. He doesn't even rush. And now, low budget Pele, Hendrik, Okosoro Pembo bi to Nibusei. Fancy. Shakwaya Kivior fast so composing itself. Eddie country ball no. Esa taking the second ball, David Raya saw board him. Now you are playing at the Bernabeu in front of the Ultra Sar in the second half, the white wall. Where the pressure. Normally, Real Madrid better remontada and one of more free to send the over United the Stratford end. Uku Liverpool the cup for one ameboa. Some places, you know, a one of more tires on your man. But look at the calmness of the defender. And I think he has grown and what to a certain level be a say no we register the among Arsenal centre backs as a never pressure you. Thomas Tay Partey the 2-legged affair as a top professional and a top footballer. And the real say I say no up a top DM sir untimi Thomas Tay Partey fan film and we confirm say within the 2-legged affair. Arsenal are graduating from the stage near him say Champions League, you know, I can say for the boom, say no, or mama in the history. But when you beat Real Madrid, it means what a certain leveler in terms of the Champions League with your standard.
Anna normally so share Madrid, and I say Okoji.
Anna or more Masha Madrid, the Real Madrid, the free money in the last 5 seasons of Makoji. But I dear money who near say that Ben now was a team be Real Madrid home and away in the Champions League. When was the last time you saw that? Minkase BC. Minkase BC. But these are things that happen and not easy CBC. Okay? Real Madrid and Fazabi Alonso someone Tonche and they should do everything to get Jurgen Klopp. Yes.
Monfa Klopp out of retirement.
Oh, Monfa. Now Alonso na no want to
Klopp's gang pressing. It won't survive Madrid setup.
Aha na meba no.
The pressing.
The gang pressing style no. NCT Madrid they say be almost ton play, almost sacrifice players, especially at forwards no. So almost ton.
Aha na meba no. Mike, thank you for that. Na me pesa de ne pa. It is difficult. Na no be ka simbu as say it is difficult to accept change. By results will always be the point at which you understand say change now we are next one fast one. Minim club on your adwin so be adapt to new CCC. Real Madrid and so more adapt pa. Real Madrid a club they adapt to the players in terms of their quality instead of adapting to the coach with your philosophy or even what you want to do. By mre edane anu adane hu bi. Me, I think managing players and Kasano Klopp have shown us a suit only players manage power. In terms of getting results, I have seen Klopp turn Liverpool from an average team to a top class team. And you'll be the same. I've seen Klopp turn the tides of Borussia Dortmund. It will collapse now. Dortmund after 97 neighbor no more yet. Klopp before Germany who the other year. Share Liverpool before Klopp. Now no near players be omokotoe. Michael play no crowd say. The ball left back no. Spear. They no ball Liverpool left back here also one yard. Konchesky. And also be rad the era of Ben Rodgers money that don't to baby kakra so be fry. But we know Emma Liverpool benya back their respect they have lost. Fancy. Meno other people might have different opinions, Zabiel, but I think the ideal man for Real Madrid should be Jurgen Klopp. The man management, hard work, tough mentality to do a lot of things and bridge the gap. No? Because you say, Germany back what is Spain one more what it or more. Unimeduma pa Hansi Flick. Or bomb left and right, bomb which no more bomb and no more bomb which no more bomb and him. Bobo. Klopp will help Real Madrid or be left you not the Madrid so and then you bring. But who say Ruben Amorim control letter and yet here Kasani in Ayago primary so United makes so many mistakes players making so many mistakes you don't even have trust in whatever they can do tonight. You don't even know the United that will turn up. But Uti United could be turning up and you read. Yes, Renier say United no Omuni be a friend in Finfion. Say and honey when they turn up good, I'm telling you, you don't bet magic phone. When they turn up worse, you don't bet mobile who will bet one.
Turn up kings.
Well, yes, on a several Montada be
Regional Osia Queen. Day, the Intana say a Barca. I'm a game set, Tan Cacao. Auntie, at the idea, no, not place any be grabbing available. You know, but the CA is always some idea. Mecca said Barcelona, yeah, head Kakiabi. Hansi Flick is here, Simeone Inzaghi pen. Bane Simeone Inzaghi at Lazio. Okay. With also Hansi Flick with Bayern. Obviously, the gap of quality, between Lazio and Bayern was huge. And Ocean both legs. I'm expecting to say that game will be very, very tough. Yeah. Me who never be a Federico Di Marco Moye on the day against Bayern that try against Barcelona when it's better to show 2-3. But also, Sebastian be a team or be digging deep defensively. I'll bet me a Sanso man the attacking threat to bet me the Hana a interphone. When the game is interesting. Yeah. You are talking about Inter, we're solid. So Nkutabwa. Yeah. Very, very solid work. That is why a Champions League are able. Who Petima unconsidered goals pa. Yeah, the least goes in there. Now we are also talking about a team in Barcelona. And also a free scoring team. Yeah. Anymore will be able to go. And Barca team we know. No matter how solid and compact you are, especially with they know how to unlock the defense because it's a more expansive game because of the German. That is why I'm saying in that match, When say Rich Obi but Throwback now. Ayana or expansiveness doesn't matter. Okay. You don't just have to be expansive. Because who expand the pitch now? Who you got tactical board that's Yebia. Who wants who expand the pitch now? You are going to see that who about your winger, but or double up on you in a 2v1. Because or with the outside centre back and also more with the wing back. On one side, you get Federico Di Marco and Bastoni. I cover up, let's say, Lamine Yamal. On the other side, you get a certain Pavard next to a bench friend Denzel Dumfries who are dealing with Rafinha. And you don't just have to be expansive. The trick in breaking down teams which is Intermono is when you have players who can receive the ball in between the lines. And Inter may say Danny Olmo will be very, very important because Barca team, no. So also Pedri Mamenye recycle no deeper. You need somebody to receive there. Lewandowski just a born a chebi be mana kurimu. You need a certain Abranche friend Danny Olmo there. You need Rafinha to be in there. Say Ebedru one as a still Alejandro Baldemar. I mean that Gerardo Martin would have to play on the wing. Only has Adio.
Yeah, who team show me two robots.
Yeah.
But Barca team we.
Yeah.
It's me unlock you.
Not the level of Inter this season.
What? I'll take command.
Don't do Inter. But everybody knows it's a child.
Okay. What they do, and
Inter for also near who say, or when the first new year, or Timmy sounds to transitive attack. Sure. What's the wing backs now? It is senior Okano, very, very interesting.
Very interesting.
And we'll see how
some final parents now Casa there. 2 games in the bed.
Oh, yeah, very, very solid.
Arsenal PSG.
Yeah.
What a match.
Very, very interesting set of games.
Two teams will be born.
Meaning, say, what's here no pay? As a Barca phone have made it clear to a more outlet, they say, a brand here friend in Nico Williams, they have moved away from signing him.
Oh, so they are too. Because maybe by Barca phone too.
But now
there's no need.
It has been more official to a lot of the briefing of the pro Barca papers now. Because a brand here friend Nico Williams, they will let him go. It means that in the summer, 2 of the best wingers are on the market, and Nico Williams, Beckham, will be on it. Rafael Leao.
Many fake you, Becca, sir. You talk to him.
Now, what did I buy him?
Kofi.
We'll be so simple question.
Question you are, and said I name Kofi. Me patch our names about it in Bay.
Manchester United.
Into the moment I'm a catcher, say, and they are brand in Becca. Probably I'm talking about Manchester United.
Are you ready to pay?
Kofi.
During the season, there was an element of Germany and Bayern in there because Omusha Bayern were final name and Omodeje and Ameboa. Then they met Barcelona en route to also the final. Semi-finals are money wine boy. I hear the same Barcelona. Exactly. Inter wine a semi-final. Barcelona. Exactly. And I understand the Olympia Stadium and the history behind it. Say a tie crown omo the Champions League nibino. A you omo PM omo first time. But I also believe in something, and that thing has to do with the Inter Milan story. Then eventually it looks like the time is ripe for them to win the competition. I say this because Marco PMO semi-finals, none of them never experienced to say Inter Milan at this stage of the competition. Wabo final. In the last 3 editions, Wabo final back home. Unfortunately, last year when Timmy and replicated Ambambe drew semi-final, squad mark final, and Atletico Madrid in frame. But I keep saying this: we learn more from losing than winning. And to win to me and win, Osunya de frame no de ahika ho a, or they are baba nenimu awa be this stage. And defensively, they are the best team in the competition. And then statistically, more performing right from the league phase now they are one of the teams or more the top performers. So they deserve to be where they are. Then we come to the relative experience among the group. Arsenal lay Madrid a free, but we also saw me aware for some time now. This is perhaps a very unbalanced Real Madrid team. Mean say omo good and omo poor. But omo very unbalanced and team Madrid squad normal parody and a selection of parody they don't reek of a solid team. Juma Bebre team I was here with Carvajal it would have been a different story. With Militao would have been a different story. Again, you look at Infin any name ho. So you were Juma or Madrid team also Arsenal eliminating them is a beautiful piece of art. Akomiamo be rein the technical aspect, tactical, but a Juma Ateta a Sefata. But again, they are meeting Paris Saint-Germain, who are also one of the most informed sides in the competition. And to me, Their Madrid symptom or PSG strength. And their Madrid chair they can create the chair Arsenal. No, they panicked. Pressure made Saliba lose the ball, and they lead to the only game a Madrid share in the 2 legs of boy against Arsenal. So Arsenal are not so comfortable as it was portrayed in their 2 duels against Real Madrid. I've seen Arsenal against Inter and how the whole story panned out during the league phase and idea. So if they meet PSG, I believe that this PSG team anyhow a week or more a pressure and regain machine. There's more pressure to regain possession, and they do this excellently. And they are excellent positional movement. It will be a different test for this Arsenal side. So to me, in as much as the bookies will be a rated Arsenal so me a favorite, I think Sanki Rankia and Kebe Inter Kane. Now the PSG are 2 and Mekanesa, it means definitely these 2 teams will meet in the final. Because Inter Milan will eliminate Barcelona. Trust me. Barca team there and being here but taste in a year. And you made a year but who be a and I say this because of the issues in the Barca team. They have an excellent midfield, a solid attack, but the defense now a team and yes solid here. And the weaknesses of Barca are so glaring for everybody to see. Beat their offside traps against Inter. Inter need more excellent use of more wings, the left and the right channels, or more use of more wing backs to perfection. And I check maybe I go sniff by. Pavard scored, Lautaro Martinez scored, and set pieces. Never could compare the first leg against Bayern. It was true building up and they're using the laterals, the wings. So they are a multifaceted team. Mechanics are. Now, so we a team one. Baby, I don't know Fabia. No munya on one word drew. Old school, typical. Then they can play according to the contemporary demands of the game near there. So they are a beautiful side with balance and experience. Then PSG, on the evidence of form and the experience of last year. Oyibasa Frimi quarterfinals. They thought they had made it to the finals area because on paper against Dortmund there, effort. But they met Dortmund and they surprised them. We learn more from losing than winning. And against Arsenal, I think they have more experience at this stage than this current crop of Arsenal players. So I think PSG will get the better of Arsenal, Inter the better of Barcelona. No final. When they do meet in the final, it is going to be an interesting game. But it will go to Inter, and they will likely do the treble again to emulate 2010 years here and more. And so it also fits into the Olympia Stadium narrative. If PSG wins it, they become another new team to win the Champions League for the first time on SAR soil and SAR Stadium.
But I say, Mickey, Agomia, maybe I say it. Check a cram. As over cast, Arsenal, Veshevar, for you, Kuba.
Oh, busy. Who is this guy?
But it is really interesting. Oh, I do. I don't say I'm found.
I had the Miss Mepesi at your Massene. Omomo fans. And Omodio Makuma. And the D teammate. Almost a day Nakuma DH and one support here. I am not sure. And the reaction if you're more than nobody before. But the moment and say, a dance to Kakra. I won't say as a fans related to clubs there. But we met me at Naha here, analysis like I go. Chelsea, every day go bottom 4. But we are a typical Chelsea fan.
I was a Champions League and its dynamics. I'm very interested.
Yeah.
I was trying to say this is the third time we are having 4 clubs from different leagues getting to the semi-finals of the Champions League in the last 2 decades.
Oh, okay.
Intense. And 2009-2010, Inter Milan won it. 2017-2018, Real Madrid won it. This is the third time. But I say how 2009-2010 panned out. And where did I say who gave because Inter Barca this year. or the semi-final of the competition. There are a lot of things that goes into context when discussing the Champions League. You can have your results, you can have your tactics, you can have everything, but the history of the competition doesn't change. There be a one now fan, a one BC, as a results also certainly can certainly. But the shape the score Inter Milan air pre-treble, maybe homogeneous is Barcelona air pre-treble, maybe homogeneous is Paris Saint-Germain air pre-treble, maybe homogeneous is the only odd one out. Hey, Arsenal. The last time I bought the Champions League, Arsenal finding itself in the final of the Champions League, no more Real Madrid in the round of 16. Omoko Real Madrid few more than about almost Real Madrid by 1-0. And Omoko bought the final. Now it also drives into the narrative that any time a bubble final no there is a new team that wins it. In the last 4 to 5 UEFA Champions League seasons, Obi away Real Madrid be also called the Champions League.
Wow.
That's what I say. You can't do away with some of these things. The best man have a squad depth of Barcelona, you have a squad depth of Inter Milan, you have a squad depth of Arsenal, you have a squad depth of Paris Saint-Germain. But maybe a genius is saying, see, sir, history is a man to change. Your man is play massive role. So what person need the Champions League? One, your quality index when it comes to your squad.
Yes.
Number two, Hana was a tactical 7-year Juma from the coaches. No, we Luis Enrique, Mikel Arteta. I also have a chess in the year, Juma. What must I say? Then number three, moment. There's no Champions League without moment. See, a one on your moment, no one shall opponent in your vision. If you need to have players with that X factor, which may decide the moment for you, then the quality in the international mechanism is a per treble Nigeria. Either you sacrifice one competition for the other, and how to match your team two, and we are looking fresh. For example, Barcelona period no ball double leg against Inter Milan or Real Madrid.
Yes.
Barca Copa del Rey, Barca League. Now the Copa del Rey they are final. It's in case they rest players.
Yeah.
Obonye now go Inter. You find say Inter first leg washing. Now call the San Siro. San Siro there no Obo San Siro dey real. Only Real Madrid ball league match. So imagine say points near 4 now. Well, about Valladolid within the midweek they are washing. Valladolid no only now only share Inter San Madrid La Liga. No be say say Satan na points gap near say. Say 4 now na 3 now. Team bench players for one was argued because some go one league so ready.
Ababo.
It's a honor. Any club.
Okay.
Inter Milan so the same situation. You go Inter Milan with AC Milan so in the Coppa Italia. And so league games so Napoli so the pressure see almost. We go 3 points gap. Oh go one year mistake this so also be found one there. Abutran on there. Paris Saint-Germain could be okay because league no match.
Algeria.
And a new team between PSG and Arsenal about Kodia and never 1 year sad. Because they appears in Wajin League in area. And I don't think PSG for the second team club Coupe de France will make match and final.
Yeah, I come about the BBR team.
About BBR team.
About the BBR team.
BBR team. But the quality they have and the time they have to relax before they even play a final. No crowd will actually. League they so more can you leave league. So more no more show. What must they've created a system and play the show my family. Eddie man, it's Inter Barcelona air share the little from the 12 unit to me and 7. Arsenal have about PSG so have about because PSG Champions League no win here more chain. Even the Coupe de France, right? Abu Catafone dey World Cup na Champions League here. I do mo be here no. Because what for when you see so na GGG trophies. You here to me the City have trouble.
Yeah.
And I saw before you go far Newcastle Ukrainian do baby akra.
Ejuma omodo
omo. It they also need to do something. Almost they can bear with this career day. Every share who can see us as a top players 200 million euros yes na Angusiaga. So as this will be a day.
Esomo.
I'm a France crew name cross omo hu to. Because mo ba no spend this kasa ba ye myself for na yes to crew no. Mo go the music about so Champions League going to be leader. But they also believe this is the time for them. Abra you introduce prelims our Champions League. Moses Adini here UEFA Champions League.
Yeah.
Into the format of the Champions League changed in 92-93. Abra the prelims there because Soviet Union for no. Yet but also Oma Federation in Mubiana Obia or 10 who be an opportunity.
Yeah.
It introduced the prelims to increase the numbers. Now this time around, we've also changed the format of the Champions League to increase the numbers.
Adi mebao per the all can on record say yes sound on near by ma. The friend teams, you know.
The first you are in Olympic Marcel Energy.
Adi are so I've been on.
It will be our history eternity.
But quite interesting. It seems that common are you dealing now. And the records now would go tells you say clearly. So I think it's 4 now. Oh, yeah, capable.
But maybe a agency is saying there a pretty strong argument. Pa in the meeting at 2 years. You are both fine no Olympia Stadium. Miracle.
And one a strong game.
Marcel no create the first Champions League. Nottingham Forest General, Dortmund General, Chelsea General. England teams is saying 2, Germany 1, French 1.
They Italy falling in Spain for their crown now.
Ah, then baby and I'm the social number. As a woman, also. Everyone has been surprised with Arsenal's performance in the Champions League. Let's not underrate the fact that Arsenal share Madrid back to back in the Champions League. Will be Real Madrid born back to back.
You see the over break.
It's a statement win. PSG Liverpool money. It's a statement win. Inter struggled in the second leg. Oh, 1-2.
But when you so Arsenal PSG more in a new format,
But I go with Mike on the Inter Milan subject because when it comes to squad, I don't think any of the teams in the Champions League was squad option.
Inter
or more team papa. Or me decided said this weekend or more bench Achebe Ubenya Yambesek moi.
Stefan de
Vrij, mo mbabe bongo na bolu hu abra Pavard Achebe ene Bastoni wonche
no Dumfries sonya
Dumfries class so ni na Damien na bechi on po bench di mako na no Carlos Augusto na yede
ba mo so mo pangu o ma ko ba bi akosi ama mo pa
Damien
United also enye coaching ko ala mo so go we say Pokoli
but I'm sure because project in the league no better decide say yeah more to run local out of it in working Korea. They will still deliver. It is almost squad name so to manage games, to do things and do a lot. Barcelona, Miami, Prague. And my pressure is almost when they about the prayer Rafinha bra or brew
Nas Premier League in them say the car because it's here papa results men am pay. Results men am pay.